What if the one thing that could heal a broken heart didn't come from wealth, power, or success, but from a simple act of kindness? Imagine a busy CEO who hasn't seen her daughter smile in months, until one unexpected moment changes everything. A hidden camera captures something so powerful, so genuine that it leaves her completely speechless. If you love emotional, heart-touching stories with meaningful life lessons, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing content. Now let's get started. Amanda Blake sat in the back seat of her sleek black car, her eyes fixed on the glowing screen of her phone as it filled with unread emails, meeting alerts, and urgent notifications. As the CEO of a fast-growing tech company in Seattle, her life moved at a relentless pace, leaving little room for anything beyond work. Yet beneath her composed exterior lived a quiet ache she could never fully ignore. Her daughter Lily had not truly smiled in months. Ever since her father's sudden passing, Lily had retreated into silence, her laughter replaced by distant stares and short, polite responses that broke Amanda's heart more than any words ever could. That evening, as her driver navigated through the calm, suburban streets toward home, Amanda absent-mindedly opened her home security app. It had become a habit checking in on Lily from afar, hoping to catch even the smallest glimpse of normality. But what she saw this time made her sit up straight, her breath catching in her throat. There on the screen was Lily standing in the front yard. And she was laughing, not just a small smile or a forced reaction, but a real uncontrollable laugh that seemed to echo, even through the silent footage. Amanda blinked, unsure if she was imagining it. She quickly focused on the rest of the scene. A man stood a few feet away, dressed casually, clearly a neighbor. Amanda recognized him vaguely, the single dad who had moved in next door a few months ago. His name was Jake, she recalled. Beside him was his young son, clapping excitedly as Jake attempted to juggle 3 soccer balls at once. The performance was far from perfect. The balls dropped repeatedly, bouncing awkwardly across the grass, but Jake exaggerated every mistake with dramatic expressions, pretending to trip, spinning in circles, and even bowing as if he were on a grand stage. Lily laughed harder each time he failed. Amanda felt something tighten in her chest as she watched. This wasn't just a random moment. This was something deeper. For weeks she had tried everything. Therapy sessions, weekend trips, gifts, even taking time off work. But nothing had reached Lily the way this simple, unexpected moment had. Amanda leaned closer to the screen, almost afraid the scene would disappear if she blinked again. The video continued, showing Jake's son eventually joining Lily, the 2 kids chasing after the rolling soccer balls, while Jake pretended to be defeated. The yard, once quiet and still, was now alive with laughter and movement. It was the kind of ordinary joy Amanda hadn't seen in her home for far too long. And the realization hit her hard. This moment had happened without her. While she was caught in meetings and deadlines, someone else had found a way to reach her daughter's heart. Amanda replayed the footage again, slower this time, her eyes lingering on Lily's face. There was no trace of sadness there, no heaviness, just pure, genuine happiness. A single tear slipped down Amanda's cheek. As she leaned back into her seat, overwhelmed by emotions she couldn't fully explain, gratitude, confusion, and a hint of guilt all mixed together. Who was this man really, and how had he done what she, with all her resources and effort, could not? As the car finally pulled into the driveway, Amanda didn't rush out like she usually did. Instead, she stayed seated for a moment longer, staring at the paused image of her daughter, laughing freely on her phone. For the first time in a long while, Amanda felt something shift inside her, a quiet hope, fragile but real, that maybe, just maybe, Lily was beginning to heal. The next afternoon, Amanda stood by the front gate, watching as Lily played quietly with a soccer ball, occasionally glancing toward the neighboring yard. Gathering her thoughts, Amanda walked over and knocked on Jake's door. When he opened it, he looked slightly surprised but offered a polite smile. Up close, he seemed even more ordinary. Just a tired but kind-looking man, nothing like the high-powered executives Amanda dealt with daily. Yet there was something genuine in his eyes that immediately put her at ease. I saw the footage. Amanda began, holding her phone lightly, unsure how to express what she felt. What you did for Lily, I don't even know how to thank you. Jake looked confused for a second, then smiled, modestly shaking his head. He explained that he had noticed Lily sitting alone many evenings while playing with his son. At first, he hadn't interfered, but his son had asked why she always looked so sad. That simple question stayed with him. So little by little, he encouraged his son to invite her into their games, adding his own silly antics, just to make things less awkward. Amanda listened quietly, deeply moved. There had been no grand plan, no professional strategy, just simple kindness and attention. Jake hadn't tried to fix Lily. He had simply made space for her to feel included again. As Amanda thanked him again, she felt a quiet realization settle in. Sometimes healing doesn't come from control or effort, but from small, genuine moments, shared between people who care without expecting anything in return.